Hello and welcome to episode 135 of the Sussex by the Sea podcast. I'm your host, Chris Laverick. On episode 135, just a fan roundtable this episode. We do have upcoming interviews from Eastbourne United, Horsham and Whitehawk. Hopefully getting some of those done next week. But you've got the fan roundtable. Enjoy, SBTS fans. All right, it gives me great pleasure to introduce episode 135 of the fan roundtable, Sussex by the Sea podcast, Isthmian PREM, all that malarkey. But it's not just Isthmian PREM. We've got some Isthmian South East and Isthmian North. But yeah, anyway, welcome to my lovely guest. Some returning faces, some regulars. Got Rob from the mighty, very entitled. They can be entitled to what they want after that result yesterday. Horsham. Terry from the controversial Margate, which we will get to. Yeah, causing issues all over X Twitter. We got Windy John, the co-commentating voice of Hastings Radio. Got John from the mighty Canvey, an absolute regular. Hello, John. Mark from Whitehawk. He's decided he's going to turn up this week. Bless him. He's been put in the shed end of his place, but we'll talk about that later. And Ian from Haringey. Hello, ladies and gents.
Right, boys.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So it's been a tumultuous couple of weeks for a few sides. Not too much for my lot, Hastings, because we haven't played any. I don't think we haven't even played a game. Had games called off. I think controversially, that Carl Shorten game should not have been called off on a 3G. But I'm an old fogey, who's it's the orange ball, snow on the ground sort of days when which were much better, weren't they, everyone?
At least we didn't lose.
Okay, always spin the positive. I love it. I love it, John. Thank you very much. But so let's go to the returning Ian from Haringey first, because we haven't had you on for ages.
It's been pretty grim.
Okay, but there's levels of grim. It's been grim at Hastings. I mean, what? There's never, as I say, there's never a 0-0 at Haringey. But you've a few draws, a win. You've got a win just before Christmas.
Beat Newmarket before Christmas. I mean, the biggest problem for us is that we've lost a load of games while everybody else hasn't been playing. So that everybody else now has a load of games in hand over us. But yeah, as we had beat Newmarket, which was our first home win in
was it by a nose?
Ages.
Sorry, sorry, sad, very sad. Sorry, go on. Sorry, Ian.
And then I think we had some drama in the game against Tilbury. We went 2-0 up, and then a Tilbury player threw the ball at the referee, and
I love it.
He'd already got sent off for a second yellow at that point. Threw the ball at the referee. The referee made an absolute meal of it, I have to say. He sort of had a little sit down. Physio had to come on. Didn't look particularly hard from the video. It was just get on with it. Anyway, the Tilbury player, I don't think he's a Tilbury player anymore, but he had to go at a fan on the way out as well. So
I love it.
And obviously 2-0 up against 10 men. What do? We lose 3-2. I didn't actually watch the second half of that game. I was just like, I
remember you stayed in the clubhouse, didn't you?
And actually, I had a much nicer time because of it. But since then we've had a couple of draws. I think we drew against Heybridge, which was felt like a decent result. Drew against Basildon, which felt like a poor result. But given some of our other results, it's every point is valuable for us at the moment. Still in the relegation zone. There are some other absolute dogshit teams in this league, so it wouldn't surprise me if we somehow manage to stay up. We've had a bit of a chopping and changing of personnel. I think Joe Waite, who played quite well in the first half of the season, he's gone. We've seen some returning players. Olu Jay is back for his 99th spell at the club. He might, as I speak, already have left. We've also seen basically it's everybody that you've seen play for Haringey Borough in the last 7 or 8 years is sort of back for a cameo appearance, apart from Roston Gabriel, and that's only because he's in jail.
What's he in jail for, by the way?
Conspiracy to supply a machine gun to
I love Haringey Borough, mate. This is awesome.
Wow.
I found a new club. Incredible. Yeah.
I actually did see him at Borough this year when he was this season earlier when he was on day release.
Wow.
This is awesome.
Oh, no, you just can't. That's why we love non-league, eh?
Well, we've seen players play with the old tag round the ankle, haven't we, Chris?
Oh, yeah, we have the odd goalie with the tag on, yeah.
Possible.
Who was that? I can't remember what club that was now. Oh, blimey, I have to ask around for that one. Yeah, we bought him a few beers, didn't we? He was the top.
Yeah.
He couldn't stay out too long though. He had a curfew. But well, thanks for that, Ian. I mean, you're not too far away. It was looking a little bit hairy earlier in the season, so I mean, it's just a win.
Yeah.
You might jump out a bit.
Similar sort of situation to us, really, isn't it?
Well,
we need to, if we stick a couple of wins together, well, 3 wins together, we'll be basically mid-table, and then I imagine we can probably stay up. It's just, I mean, at the moment, I think Ipswich are dreadful. Saw us play them, saw us beat them. Newmarket are dreadful as well, and I think that sort of Wroxham they have bad runs, but they also seem to be sticking a couple of results together, which we're not able to do at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm hardly looking at the table because it just makes me sad.
Yeah, it's a bit like when I look at the table this season, mate. But you turn it the other way round, it looks so much better. But okay, well, thanks so much for that, Ian. We'll jump on with Mark from Whitehawk now because he ain't been on for a while. The comeback kings that are Whitehawk. Since Sean's come in, you've been a different team. You refusing to lose. Well, you lost a game, but like that one. Who was that? Was that Cole Shorten you were playing? The 2-2.
Dartford. What, was Monday?
Yeah, the one with 2-2.
Yeah, Monday that was, yeah.
God,
some
good scenes there.
A lot of you probably see the video of us all going mental behind the goal. But yeah, no, it's been like a massive turnaround. Like Simo said to me the other day, our assistant manager on Twitter, he said, got 1 loss in 7 from previous. Before we came in, we didn't win a game in 10 games. We was absolutely, like Ian said, we was dog shit. But somehow I don't know what's happened. We've obviously got rid of a few players, and a few players have left as well since Dave went. And we've got a lot of boys back who, like I said before, who had been with us during our promotion season and season previous, where we finished 9th and had a good spell. But yeah, we've somehow just keep managing to grind through these games, even if we're playing poorly. I mean, I wasn't, annoyingly, the one game I missed, which has been game of the season, apparently, against Dulwich. They keeper sent off after, I think, half hour. We had no sub-keeper on the bench, so Rob O'Toole, our striker, number 10, went in goal and pulled off some unbelievable saves. Got a hand to a penalty as well. And we beat them. And we've just become a team that literally never say die sort of attitude. Just want to keep going, keep pushing. The subs that we keep making are quite positive. But yeah, and John come with his mates to watch us against Dartford the other day, which was quite nice. Spent a day with him and his boys. And that game, to be fair, John will probably back me up. I mean, it was a game where we could have nicked a point. I mean, the goal that Dartford scored, the opener, was just unbelievable.
That was scream, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was from probably a good 30, 35 yards out. Centre half just rolled out to him and he just rifled it top corner and no one's getting it. No one's getting near it. But yeah, we was 2-1 down in 90th minute, and with Harry Bridle was about to knock the ball in with his left foot and sort of just got pushed over completely, and we were all screaming for a penalty, and the ref had none of it, John, didn't he? It was just...
He didn't, but they rewarded the same thing for them literally about a minute and a half later, didn't they?
Yeah, they went up the other end of the pitch, got touched, went down, ref gave a penalty, and that killed the game 3-1.
That's about right.
And then, literally a minute or two later, in injury time, they scored again and beat us 4-1. But it wasn't a 4-1 scoreline, and there was a lot of positives to it. A 0-0, we hit the bar. Little Manny Mensah, who's just an unbelievable player, has been for us this season, just everywhere on the pitch. So much energy and so much sort of just want to play for the shirt and play for the fans this season, which is quite refreshing to see. since the players that we had at the start of the season. But yeah. But I mean, the other games just been chaos really. We've had, I think, 4 or 5 90th minute either equalisers or winners.
Fergie time. You love a bit of Fergie time, didn't you?
We're knocking them in late. I mean, Monday we got away with Monday massively. We were piss poor, really, to be fair. We were 2-0 down. Literally, Luke Robinson had a nasty injury. Horrible. Game got stopped for a while. Done his ACL and his knee. And he was crying and screaming in pain, and it was horrible. So hopefully, obviously, we're all hoping that he can get back on the pitch eventually. It's a reoccurring injury, so it don't look too clever. But yeah, got a penalty in the 84th minute, I think, and then nicked the 96th minute equaliser on Monday. So we fully got away with that, and I wouldn't even say like Cole Shelton were a good side. I think they were pony as well, to be honest with you. And we were pony. Both teams were pony. But they scored. They scored from a cross. Literally whipped it in and just beat everyone. And then scored a back heel from about 15 yards out. Somehow went through about 6 Whitehawk players. But yeah, we're grinding results. We're getting there. It's so much more positive than what it was.
It's all that matters, mate. Points.
And yeah, we're still in a bottom 4. Is it bottom 4, 3? I don't know what it is now. 4 now, yeah. Yeah, so we're still there, but I genuinely believe that we'll get out of it. And I think we've just got enough grit to us to push through. We had a few players in soon. We'll get another striker in or whatever. And then, yeah, I think we'll be all right.
Big game coming up Saturday then, isn't it? Chess Hunt?
Yeah, Chess Hunt's massive on Saturday. Yeah, we've all said that's basically a 6-pointer, really. And then Lewis, the rearranged fixture against Lewis next Tuesday. So
you never know what you're going to get with Lewis, do you? So
well, no, not really. But that Gianluca Botti, who we had at the start of the season and left us to go to Lewis, but was scoring goals and looked like a good striker's left them now. So
he went to Tonbridge and got sent off. I think I don't know as his debut last night. He got sent off.
But yeah, no, everything's good. Everything's looking good. Everything, the squad's positive, the fans positive, and the club we feel like we're more on the up, miles far more than what we were the previous first games of the season. So yeah, very good, very happy. Everyone's happy camp at Whitehall at the minute.
Yeah, thank you for that, Mark. Right then, who should we have on next? I'll tell you what, we'll go to Terry. She ain't been on for a while. Now, Terry, I've got some words to have with you. Now, we got there's some, not that there's ever any issues with people from Sittingbourne. Having been there myself to watch Hastings, what a delightful crowd they are. But the manager of Sittingbourne seems to have a bit of an issue with your called off fixture. That maybe you were fibbing about that the lights had gone and it was that you had a bunch of injuries. I mean, what say you, in the words of Darkest How? What say you?
As I mentioned before, and not quite sure how he knows how our squad's doing. Most of our lads are back from sickness and injury. We've got one guy out. Gab's got injured in the warm-up, or just before the kick-off on the game on Saturday. So how he's got access to all this info on and how our squad's doing, it's like we've actually got more in the squad than we had on Saturday. So where he's getting his info from, I'd love to know.
Are you saying it's fake news?
Had
is it
a
fake news?
Problem.
Yeah, it is fake news then, Terry, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. What's happened with the floodlights then? What was the issue?
Well, water got into the wiring on one side.
Oh, that sounds a bit fishy. What do we think, gents? Water got into...
Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, I live just up from the ground. My uncle's the kit man up there, and he's been keeping me updated and that. And it's literally, you can't odds it. Genuine floodlight failure. But yeah,
he got.
He comes up on Twitter and goes with that one.
He got mentioned on, I think it was
Talkshite, yeah. I was just about to mention that.
Yeah.
Oh, what? It got mentioned on TalkSport?
Yeah, because Sittingbourne played Salisbury the week before, and they had a problem. And one of the players is an electrician, and he sorted out all their electrics, and they went ahead and beat Salisbury in the FA Trophy.
Oh.
And then the irony was that they were playing Sittingbourne or playing Margate, but nobody jumped up to say, I can fix those lights for you.
Yeah, but it wasn't just a simple thing. So, you know.
So how many wires did you cut?
Well, why?
With the
Come
blue
on.
wire,
We want to
shut
get we
red
want to
wire.
get the games on. We want to just try and keep going and that, you know. We're grinding out results.
No, you're doing well. I mean, you're fourth, aren't you? Or third?
Third, yeah.
You're third, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, why would we want a game pulled off?
Exactly.
We just want to keep the momentum going. We've had a little bit of a blip. Having Gabs pulling up injured when he was literally just about to kick off. We've got loan players coming in. We've got a full squad.
Mm.
It's like, really?
Who you got Saturday?
5.
Okay, where their place?
3 points.
Yeah.
That's got to be 3 points.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
right down the bottom, isn't they? So
Well, we can hope, can't we? You know.
No, been there.
Yes, easy one for the Coop and that one. You're definitely winning. Are you going? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I apologise. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So there's a little bit of stuff going. I mean, who do you think's going to wobble then? Because you've got obviously Ramsgate.
We're having a wobble.
But you're still in the right place. It's all right to have a wobble when you're still in that place. It's when
I mean, we've lost 2 games in the league, one away, one at home. So you know, as I said, we're grinding them out. So we're getting there.
And it's not easy when you go down. You think you're going to bounce straight back. It's not as easy as that, is it?
No. So I've never been on like, look, we've just got to keep at it, keep going. The guys that Ben's brought in, he's got a really good squad going. The lads are all together. You know, they're a good tight squad, and even like those that we've brought in, they're all they went to Dublin for a bonding session a couple of weeks back.
Piss up.
It was great.
Piss up. Yeah.
Apparently there was loads of teams went over as well, so it was like a non-league away weekender.
Brilliant.
Dublin. Well, what sort of money are they on? That's Horsham money. That's got to be Horsham money they're on. They're paying for beers in Dublin.
I weren't just us.
Yeah.
There was loads of teams went out there apparently.
All right. And it expensive. I ain't been Dublin. Well, I ain't been over that way for years. What I thought it was expensive. Is that me or am I?
We went out for a pre-season friendly a few years back.
But yeah, the beer costs a lot of money though. That's the main.
Every time you go out, the price is doubling.
What'd you say, John? Sorry.
I said every time you go out there, mate, the price of beer is doubling.
Oh.
Can I just mention?
On me, I'd kazoo that. Very good, John.
Yeah. Can I just mention? I've got a new personal best.
Go on.
Right, went to Fulham the other night for the FA Cup.
Mm.
No, we heard you.
You can hear me on the highlights.
Fantastic.
Nearly 16,000 people in that stadium, and you can hear me on the highlights.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we went up to watch young Martial got on for about half hour or so. So
Nice.
yeah, we went up there to just in case he got on, and yeah, it was good.
Good for you, Terry.
Yeah, me and my uncle did a nostalgia trip because when he took me up to Craven Cottage in 1978, it was Fulham v Watford.
Oh, wow.
And they played Watford in the FA Cup.
Oh,
It was like literally midnight the night before. I've gone, do you fancy a trip there?
Oh, excellent.
So, yeah, so new personal best.
No, there you go. I'll tell you what, we'll quickly talk Hastings because Hastings didn't really play, so we can crack through this, can't we, John?
We can, yeah.
We can. A couple of players in. Obviously, Ollie Black back from Worthing. Obviously, Chris Agata's feeling sorry for us and has allowed him to come back. That's going to help in our in the sieve that is our defence. Obviously, long throw. Anyone who knows, well, I'm sure all of you've seen Ollie Black play before, but like he's got a ridiculous throw on him. But he's a half decent defender. And Alex Kapaki. Yeah, Kapaki, is it or Kapaki? Is it from Aveley?
Yeah, I think it might be. I don't know how you say his name.
Kapaki.
You'll have to get that one right, I think.
Well, yeah, because when we're singing hopefully when we're singing his name, and he's not another one that just goes in and out of the team. How do we think we pronounce his name? Anyone?
Silent K, P-A-K. I reckon it's Pakpi.
Kapakpi.
Yeah, something like that. I think we just call him Alex because we haven't got any others. So.
Yeah, so we'll go with Alex, but not getting in the Aveley team. I think Aveley is sinking like a stone, aren't they? They're up there, obviously in the Vanarama South, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're having their second season syndrome at the moment. Obviously got playoffs last year, didn't they? But yeah, it's seen a bit of wall this season. Look like they're straight on the way back down, Enfield.
Yeah.
He looks.
Go on, John.
I thought he might be didn't somebody say he's on another dual contract or some sort of contract with Wingate as well?
Yeah, but this is what I was going to say. I'm sure he's played a few games this season at Wingate.
Yeah.
So,
he hasn't had that. I mean, he's quite young, isn't he? I think he's 20. But I was looking, because he's been on, was it Chelsea's books and somebody else's?
yeah, he's not on Chelsea's books now, though, John.
No. But he hasn't had many games in total by the looks of it. So we'll see. I'm hoping it'll be really we need a really decent defender, mainly to shore up what we have got and also sort out that formation, because we've got players playing in defence and midfield that should be pushing further up to help David.
Yeah. Leading scorer of the league last year.
Yeah, and I still think he's a decent, he's a very good forward, but he can't do it on his own. And he needs some help, and put Fergie up front with him. That's my plan, but we'll see.
Well, we could talk for hours about the wonderful squad that Hastings have. Well, we've got...
Got to tell you one.
Who we got Saturday?
We're Cray
Wanderers.
Yeah, at home. Yeah, they're doing all right in the form league, so they're about fifth, I think, in that. So it's not going to be easy. None of them are they, at the minute? So, and then we had the game against John's lot postponed. They've got a little.
Season.
That's been rearranged for the 11th of February, which I thought, great, my birthday, which it is. But then on the 11th of February 1991, I forgot I got married that day as well, didn't I?
Was this the first marriage?
Second marriage, but
Okay.
Anyway.
How many are we up to now?
34. Oh, yeah, 34 years. So.
I thought you were going to say 34 marriages.
No. So there, I thought, oh no,
impressive.
Omar Sharif here, bloody hell.
Anyway, so I was reminded that all right, you might be playing at home, but we're going away, aren't we? Oh, are we? Oh yeah, we're over at Brighton, next to the Whitehawk and the campsite there.
Oh, so you're going to miss it.
We're going away for a couple of nights that week.
Oh, nice.
That day. And so I quickly looked up, Whitehawk at home to Hendon that night.
There you go.
Mushy peas and chips it is.
There you go, Mark. Wendy's going to come watch one of your lot.
Go on.
Who gets married in the bloody football season? Come on.
I know. It's snowing as we had on our wedding day. It actually snowed. Oh, it's like about 3 foot deep in snow. And I thought, every February will be like this. Of course it isn't, is it?
Hang on, which marriage is this, though? Is this the 34th marriage or is this the second one?
This is the 34th. So my first wedding, on our wedding day, it snowed like the clappers. Because I was thinking, February's going to be always like this, so I won't miss any football. Duh.
Well, you'd miss football now. You get a little bit of rain and a game gets called off.
Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to Canvey, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make that one. Not and come out alive, anyway.
Well, yeah, then we had the Carl Shorten game called off, which a 3G pitch.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not sure why. Unless literally because of travel, maybe, because I don't know what the roads are like.
I heard there was meant to be lots of ice around the ground or something, but they've...
the old health and safety lot get on, didn't they?
Yeah, but I reckon they've definitely thrown a wobbly. Had a few injuries, don't fancy it.
Well, I'll talk
the ideal time of year for that.
Sounds like Margate a bit, doesn't it? A bit like that sort of, the
sabotage.
Don't want to start. Wait, yeah. I mean, I've talked to a couple of Hastings fans, and they were saying because I'll be honest, when I'm thinking 3G, I'm thinking there's absolutely no way you can call a 3G game off in my head. Yeah, but I'm not a qualified person on this. It's just how I think. And they were saying that apparently frost very difficult when you get like a frost on a 3G. It's difficult to clear it. I don't know if there's any.
So I know we were speaking, weren't we, about the Carl Shorten?
Oh yeah.
So far, because obviously Horsham's, as you all know, is 3G or 4G. 3G doesn't. I was speaking to some of the guys up there at the ground. 3G doesn't freeze until it gets to -7. The top. So we had to sweep ice off the pitch. But once it was gone, the ref was looking like in the corner under shade. But we had an under-13s game on there. Yeah, but it doesn't freeze to the under-7. So it would have to be the surrounding area. It wouldn't be the pitch itself.
Yeah.
And Horsham's at the top of the hill. It's top of Den Hill. So if anywhere it's going to get affected by ice or travelling things, I think they've just gone, taken the easy route and gone, we've got injuries. We'll skip it.
They're only playing Hastings though, Rob.
Yeah, I know, but we played Carl Shorten. I'll talk about that in a bit.
What a segue. Let's
there we go.
Let's segue to the mighty entitled Horsham. They're the wonderful Horsham in my book after that Hendon result. I might get a bit of heat for that from fellow Hastings fans. But Rob, please tell us what's been. I mean, I think is this 7 on the bounce now?
7 on the bounce, 8 if you include Worthing, which I will. Yeah, no, it's 7 on the bounce. I think last time I was on was just beginning of January. Just beat Dover at home.
Yeah.
And then Carshalton. We had Carshalton at home and beat them 3-0. It was a pretty easy game, to be fair. They weren't the greatest. I always expect Carshalton to be a decent team, and every season I'm always tipping them to be there or thereabouts. But they always flatter to deceive in my eyes. They're a big, powerful team, but they didn't offer anything up top. They could still be playing, not scoring. So that was a nice game. At the moment, for a Horsham fan, there isn't much to whinge about, to be honest. I think John mentioned a while back when we were playing the cup games and we were playing Saturday, Tuesday. Now we've got one Tuesday game left now, and that's against you guys, Hastings, on the 4th, I think it is, or whenever it is, or February. We've got that rhythm going now. We can rotate. Elliot comes in, starts Strange, Phil pot at the back, the midfield. Like last night we're playing Hendon, 3-0 up, 2-0 up, and we start taking off Hamo, Hester Cook. We're getting in that position now where we can rest a couple of players. And the bench is as strong as I've ever known Horsham's bench to be. And so we're just
got Daniel back in there.
He's back. I think he's still suffering a little bit from like a hamstring injury. He's getting like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. But yeah, no, he's back. When he's back firing with pace, it's a different option as well. And so we're beginning to think that when we played. So we had Carshalton, and then we had the Sussex Senior Cup semi-final, quarter-final, sorry. And then obviously Billericay was the big one last week, and it wasn't the greatest game of football for a neutral spectacle. I think their manager came out afterwards and said, it wasn't the greatest game, but we're getting that opportunity and we're getting that goal and won that 1-0. So you think, okay, here we go. And then, we're just ticking along now. You can see it. I think the week rests that we're going to have Saturday to Saturday, the squad that we've got, everyone seems to be happy. You always, and after last night, there was a chat, I think I think last time I was on here, I was saying, I think we were 13th, before Christmas, 13th. Yeah. And I was like, the league's so tight, it can just flip-flop at a, moment's notice. And when we were playing Canvey on the 21st of December, until we scored that goal after 71 minutes, we were 19 points behind Dover. We're now 5. I think the playoffs, there's beginning to get that gap now between 5th, 6th. Chatham are sort of falling off. 5 points is nothing. It's easily doable. So I think that could be the focus game by game now. And we kick on to Lewis, which is the big one on Saturday. So yeah, it's looking good. They are looking really tight now. Dicko, he's like a fine wine. He gets better and better. Hat trick after hat trick. A couple last night. Options off the bench, like I say. So yeah, we're going well. Everyone, like I say, enjoying it, which you would be if you're not enjoying it when you're winning. What's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
We brought a couple of players. We brought Greg Lure in. And then James McShane we got on loan from Dorking. So, they're different options and they've got experience. So we'll see what happens. But like I say, a week's a long time at this league. But Saturday to Saturday, I think we can start putting some pressure on the teams above. Because we've got a game in hand still on Billericay. So, yeah, and that's the game we got against you. So, we'll see where we are come at the end of this month.
Who you got left in the who's in the semi-final? Sussex.
So it's either Brighton under 21s or Whitehawk. Okay. So either of them, and then I think you've got Littlehampton and I can't remember Eastbourne in the other one. Yeah. So we're just waiting to see when that happens, and so that's been a good, trying to retain that cup. It's been a good defence. So we'll see where we are. Like I say, at the end of this month, we've got some big teams. Like I say, Lewis, notoriously difficult away, and then we got Folkestone, who we never seem to win. If we win at Folkestone away, that's when I think you'll start seeing people go Horsham, because we never win at Folkestone. We could be in the league above and they could be relegated, and we still wouldn't beat them there. There's a mental block there. That's a massive game in 2 weeks' time for us. So yeah, if we do that, then next 2 away games and see what happens. But no, we're certainly enjoying it as a fan base, and we'll see what happens, I suppose.
What's Hell doing?
Yeah, he's top lad, and he's coming along. You can see Dom's trusting him now. He's picking him in the big games, like that holding midfielder. He's a beast in there, and I think it's up to, if you think you come out of football, you wouldn't have known he's been out for a year and a half or whatever it was. He's fitted in. He's a good lad around the bunch. Apparently, speaking to a couple of the players. He's a top lad. There's no bad word said about him. He comes in.
He puts a lot out on Insta, so it's like I'll be keeping track on how you're doing and that through his Insta.
Yeah, he does those TikTok videos as well, doesn't he? Like travel vlogs. Yeah. No, he's a top lad, and he comes in. Like I said, that's going back to like the bench. If he's not playing starting, he comes on the bench. He's not a bad player to come off the bench with 25 minutes when you've got a lead to protect. So yeah, no, he's a top lad. Like I say, top lad, and he's just getting better and better. So, which a few of our players seem to be doing now. They're coming back to full fitness. So we'll see where we are. Say 5 points is nothing. In a month's time, we could be, see where we are. But it'd be nice to put pressure on Dover and Billericay. And if our main aim is probably second, so we get a home, you're looking at it that way. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's been a good season so far.
It's not quite as certain as it was about a month ago, where it looked like Dover were going to win.
Yeah, were slipping. They've slipped up quite a bit, haven't they? And when we played them at their place, it was New Year's Day. I think it was one of the few games to go on because of the weather. But that pitch was a big leveler. But they seem to have dropping off the pace a bit. This league's, like I said, I keep repeating myself. This league's brutal. I find it's like anyone can beat anyone.
He knows.
Yeah,
Johnny. I mean, it's dropped right down, hasn't he? From it's nuts. It's league. Don't think I've known a league like this. It's just crazy.
Yeah, anyone can beat anyone, and that's the joy of it. So, yeah. It's
talking about Hendon. I mean, Christ, they're only two places above us, and they stuffed us 9-0.
Yeah, they were poor.
Subject.
They were poor last night. Like we scored the first goal, and their heads just went. They dropped. I would be seriously concerned if I was their fans. Like they didn't have anything up top, heads dropping. Their management.
I wonder if a few of their players possibly thought it might be their last game for the club last night, because I think they brought in a new manager. I know they've had a brilliant in there, haven't they? So maybe a few will go out the door with him, and they're a bit like, well, not worth getting yourself injury or something. I'm going to put yourself in the window again.
Yeah, no, good point. Yeah, no, it seemed like that, to be honest with you. I say the first one went and they dropped, and I know they've lost a couple of players. They're going to bring some in, but that as interesting as the top of the league, the bottom of the league's going to be, all those teams.
Oh yeah.
I thought, you turned up yesterday, you thought you're fighting for their lives, but it's going to be an interesting running, I think, on both ends.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah, and cheers for that favour yesterday, Rob, from the Horsham boys. Right, let's go to John from Canvey. Right, John. What we got to say?
To be honest, mate, much like yourself, we ain't had that much to talk about. We've only actually played 2 games. One of them was County Cup one last night, since we last spoke. Obviously, we're meant to be coming down themselves. Was quite looking forward to a drink in the town and that. We were planning on getting a cab down, come and see us, and then all that happens, it's just unpredictable this time of year with all the postponements. Obviously, we were off the next weekend as well because Cheshunt got froze off. Everything on grass got froze off that weekend. So that could have been a bit of a crucial game for us as well. Obviously, we're both down in that sort of end of the table. So it would have been nice to get it on. But at least we can drag them there on a Tuesday night. Hopefully, they'll be less up for it. The only league game we've had in that time is Potter's Bar. And that was chalk and cheese in terms of how the arse went. I mean, first half, we were absolutely awful. I just don't know. We just looked at 6s and 7s, barely string a pass together. We just created nothing up front. And we just architects our own downfall again. We give up a sloppy goal for their first one. Second one, dot on the cards. They've got an ex-Concord striker in their team. So it was always... could have bet easily on him scoring against us, particularly in good form. But it was a stupid time to give up the goal as well, just for our time. So we left ourselves a mountain to climb. Second half, we came out like a different team. We looked the far better side, got a goal back, but they just shut up shop after that. And well, I mean, I don't like to, like I say, single out refs too much. I mean, Mark, if you thought that decision the weekend we was watching the Dartford game was bad, you should have seen this geezer. My God, he gave us absolutely nothing. Like clear handball turned down, that 2 penalty shouts turned down, and it just led to chaos at the end. Bleeding all, I think their management side giving it big to our fans or something, and then all could have been avoided if the ref and the linesman had kept a better handle on the game. Which is a shame, really, because you don't want to see that. But so that wasn't a great result to get. It sort of left us again right down in it, really. Obviously, we've dropped down with the ever-changing nature of the league, and we need to start picking up points because it's starting to get like sort of look over your shoulder time. And our games aren't getting any easier. We've got Folkestone away on Saturday. I know Evans Kouassi is just basically just shining his boots at this point, doing his knee drops now, ready to absolutely rinse us. And, then
You never know with Folkestone, though. Are they such a...
You don't. I mean, it's funny. They've kind of dropped off the playoff picture recently, haven't they? They're very inconsistent with their results. I mean, getting absolutely tonked by Chester the other week. I didn't have that on the bingo card for January, but yeah, it happened. And then we got Cray Valley away the week after. Obviously, they're still up in the playoff picture. So it doesn't get much easier. I suppose the one positive we had outside of all the frost and bad results is we're in a semi-final of Cup now. We beat Brighton Sea Regent last night.
Yeah, on pens, wasn't it?
On pens, yeah. In the end, I mean, it was a bit. I must admit, we weren't. I'd say our best there. They looked like they were bang up for it. I mean, for a small club like they are, I'll give them their dues. I quite like the setup over there for a little town of about only 8,000 people. They make a bit of a racket. So. Yeah, they certainly give us a game last night. Got a few good attacking players, I think, on loan from Ipswich. So we had to be, sure in what we were doing, but missed a couple of big chances. Second half, we could have killed the game for penalties if we wanted to. But yeah, obviously got to that, and I think we just got that psychological edge, and we've got a good shot stopper in Bobby Mason, our goalkeeper. He's quite good at saving penalties. And I think when he got that first one, they were knackered. So I think their heads just went. They missed the second one. We converted all of ours, and they missed the last one, blazed it well wide at the post. So it gives us a date with Chelmsford now, semi-final. That's sort of mid-February. Then we've got Hornchurch in the final waiting for us if we get through that. So could have a nice day out, at the very least. But we'll have to see what happens. But
do they play the final? Is it always the same venue? Or?
Normally it's at Colchester United's ground. So I mean, it's the sort of biggest ground in the county at the minute. But it can be touch and go really, depending on how their pitch is. I mean, last year that switched it to Dagenham and Redbridge because for some reason I think they didn't want to risk their pitch having another game on it. And ironically, Cole, you had got to the final and they lost to Redbridge. So. It's been a bummer for their fans, but if they really care about that, the league side, didn't they? But I mean, like I say, that's a nice thing to look forward to. But we've got a few league games in that time now. Obviously, going into early February, we've got likes of Chatham and that as well. So not the easiest run in. We've got to, roll our socks up really and start writing up results.
Chatham, another funny side this season, aren't they?
They are another funny one, they seem to be getting a good run of form together and then dipped over Christmas again. So I think it's the ever-changing nature of that squad as well. I think that's another thing that's sort of done folks in it a little bit. They seem to have one in, one out every other week. And I don't really know how you can settle a squad in that regard. I mean, we've had to change up our sort of formation a little bit. We've had a bit of a crisis at the back with centre-backs in particular. We had young Ollie Parsons got hauled off again the Potts Bar game, which weren't nice. He'd been doing all right since he came in. We had another two out. Thankfully, I think one of them come back from injury last night, as well as an attacking player we ain't actually seen since pre-season. We didn't actually know he was still at the club, a boy called HANAHOE. He got a nasty injury against Aveley in pre-season. He looked quite good. I was thinking, that's a bummer. I bet he leaves now. But lo and behold, he appeared on the bench last night and come on for a little bit. So, hopefully that gives us a little bit more edge sort of going forward. But it's hard to set aside when you're constantly rotating it like that. I find we had that last season. We had a constantly changing defence and it just leaking goals all the time because there was no communication.
Well, we know more about leaking goals than you do, mate. I'll tell you that.
I'm trying to get the day off work to come to that rearranged one, so I might grace the Hello Terraces of Hastings yet, mate.
Oh well, obviously. An excellent welcome when you do come along, John, if you can, mate.
Yeah, I normally like to try and get down to those ones. Always makes for a good laugh, a little coach.
Well, it's just a shame it's a Tuesday, a bit like the Horsham one. It's not the same.
That's it.
It's not the same.
Winter's unforgiving for this league, mate. I think we've got. I think we had a busy January already anyway, and now we've got an even busier February. So that's the shortest month of the year. So I think we should be cramming games left, right, and centre.
It's a big old weekend, though. I mean, we could obviously results go our way. We could see Hendon in the bottom four. So
I think they're going to be. I think they'll say if anyone in the bottom four at the moment can pull a team into it, Hendon seem like the likely candidate. They are dropping like a stone.
More than likely, Whitehawk might get out though. I mean, I don't know. I'm not. As long as we get a draw, if we could just not concede more than two, I don't know. Is asking too much? I don't know.
Ian Haybridge, if you happen to go down, what league do you go in? Do you know?
Essex Senior League, I think.
Oh God, I don't know.
Well, like in previous previous years when we've been at step 5, we'd either been Spartan South Midlands or Essex Senior.
Yeah.
Not sure which one's better to be in at the moment.
None.
Probably it always used to be said that the Essex Senior League was a lot weaker than the Spartan.
To be honest, the gaming that's probably upped quite a lot recently. I mean, I'll try and keep up with sort of the results in it because I know Benfleet used to essentially act as our reserve side, but now they've kind of gone their own way and are in the Senior League. But there are a few, like I say, a couple of ex-Isthmian North clubs there, like your Holbridges, Great Wakering, but a few clubs throwing decent money about, like Stanway Rovers, Saffron Walden. So I don't think it's the easiest league now, especially with a proper functioning playoffs in it and all. Gives a few teams a bit more incentive.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you're not going down, Ian, are you?
I don't think you'll
That's it,
be.
positive.
You'll be all
There's still
right.
a long way to go yet.
Yeah, there is. That's
Sorry.
what, I mean, we keep saying the same thing, really. I mean, yeah, there's still a load of games to still play, isn't it? It's not like we're near the end with
Yeah.
And the results have been so mad, they're going to carry on being mad, aren't they? So,
Well, hopefully they're mad on Saturday.
yeah, I hope so. We need a win and a good
Christ, we
win.
do, yeah.
That's the thing. For us, for Hastings, we just need to get confidence. 3-0 or something like that, just to think, yeah, you've done something. It's not just a scrappy own goal 1-0.
I don't care, mate.
Well, I'll take that.
I don't care.
I take it.
A win's a win.
I just want us to get some confidence because I think the lads, that's what they're lacking more than anything, is confidence.
Straight from a throw in. I don't care what it is.
Well, it could happen.
Yeah, it could happen now.
We've got our own Tonk back.
Yeah. He throws with his left hand, he throws with his right hand. His stomach is massive. That's the one there, yeah. Anyway, that's the Ollie Black
Somebody's
song.
going to remember it. Yeah.
Look, thank you very much, everyone, for coming on. Well, listen, look, all of you, absolute luck on Saturday. Hope you all get the results you're looking for. Rob from Horsham, Terry from Margate, Ian from Haringey, John from Canvey, Mark from those Whitehawk boys, and Windy from the mighty Hastings. I'll see you at the game. Take care, everyone, yeah?
Fine, see you.
See you later, guys.
Okay, bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
That's it for this episode, SBTS fans. If you want to get in contact with this podcast, please email us on sbtspod@gmail.com, the Twitter, which is sbtspod. Otherwise, go to the YouTube. Over 4 years of content on there. There's so many other ways to listen. However you get your podcasts, we're on all platforms. Or go to the link tree, which is SBTS Podcast, and subscribe. It's all free. Remember, get yourselves to a game and support local football, whoever and wherever you're watching. And apart from that, see you at the game.